Hey folks, here are OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Amoker 4x LED submergible lights. These retail on Amazon for under $30, so they're highly inexpensive, and it also comes with 4 remote controls to communicate with the lights on the back here. It uses infrared, so you have to be in a direct line of sight, but otherwise you can control the color. You can also change the lights to fade in and fade out. They work nicely for Halloween, for parties, and for other celebrations, and because they're waterproof, you can also dump them in water and they'll still survive. Taking a look at the packaging here, we have access to the aforementioned remotes and also an instruction manual that's nicely documented. And finally, we have access just to the 4 lights. They're crafted out of plastic and have a pretty tight seal, which prevents actual water from leaking in and damaging the internal. Look at how the process works. If you unscrew one of these lights on the inside, you have 3 AAA batteries that you need to place in before they can work. So in total, you'll need 12 of these AAA batteries. And so this is one of the downsides. Luckily, with LEDs, they're highly efficient, so the batteries should last for quite a while before you need to change them out and replace them. However, these are not included in the packaging. Otherwise, make sure you get a very tight seal if you plan on using these underwater. And the actual remote controls come with batteries already. It actually uses a CR2025 battery, which is non-standard, and replacing these are a little bit costly, but you can find them online on eBay or Amazon after they run out. The batteries in here will last for roughly 1 year before you need to change them out. Taking a look at the remote, it's nicely designed. It's crafted out of plastic. It's relatively lightweight, but it's comfortable to hold. Again, it uses infrared, so you have to be in a direct line of sight, otherwise it won't work. You have the ability to turn the actual light on or off. You can change the timer, so it will turn off after a certain amount of time, turn the light off, and then you have access to different colors like red, green, blue, and all the tones that you can set. You can also let the light fade, jump, reset it back to the original red, and also you can change the illuminance up to a higher or lower degree. So taking a look at how the actual unit works, I've pressed it on now, and right now it's using the fade. What I really like about these lights is it remembers the mode it was in last time that you turned it off. So for example, if I turn it off right now, or actually I'm going to set it to red first and now turn it off. If I turn it back on, it's also going to be red. So there's a bit of memory inside that remembers things, which is awesome. I can press on the fade as well. This shows you a quick demo of how it looks once it goes through all the different colors, and you can see that it's a smooth transition, and it's also extremely bright, much brighter than you're seeing it on camera, which is quite impressive. You can use it to display things as well for Halloween, for parties. Maybe if you're in a store displaying something on top, maybe a glass ornament, it works quite nicely for that. I can also press jump, and again, have to be in a direct line of sight there, but it just basically flashes directly through different colors. I can also go through different tones. It's pretty tactile and relatively easy to use. Next, I'm going to show you the waterproofing. So I have some water here. I'm going to dump it into the light. So over here, this is the water, and I'm just going to pop this in. And as you can see, it's going to sink to the bottom. It's not going to float, but it still works quite nicely. And with the water, it definitely amplifies the effect of the lights. It's still highly bright, and you can definitely see what's going on, especially if you're in a darker environment. So if I turn off the lights over here, you can see it glows quite nicely, and the water can be splashed around it, and it creates a pretty cool effect, especially if you use the... Now I've gone and taken the light out of the water, and you can see everything still works fine. We submerged it in our test for 30 to 1 hour of time, and it still works just fine. So it seems to be built quite nicely to withstand any water or any pool parties you might want to use these for. At the end of the day, the Amoker set of 4 LED submergible lights is a nice investment because it's well constructed, and the design of lights is extremely bright. It takes quite a few batteries, which is one of the only cons we found. The bundled remote controls are simple to access and easy to understand, although you have to be in a direct line of sight, and sometimes it can be a little bit uncommunicative if you cover up the infrared ports, which is a little bit unfortunate. So for example, if you press on something while covering this up, it's not the most communicative. Otherwise though, we think this is an excellent deal if you're looking for LED lights to use for any purpose. These are bright, they're inexpensive, and they work extremely well. To learn more information about this set, be sure to read our full written review. This has been our video. Thank you for watching here at OS Reviews.